Hey everybody, it's Mr. Carr again. Today we'll be talking about 2D day one solving literal equations. Okay, so tying it back to what you've done before, you've dealt with solving multi-step equations. We're going to continue that in a very different way with these literal equations. So let's first define that. A literal equation is an equation with more than one variable. Okay, and let me clean that up a little bit there. So equation with more than one variable. Now, in your math studies before, you've probably have seen examples of this. Okay, and some of these might look familiar as we go through these examples here. So when we solve our little equations, we're still going to apply some similar ideas to solving our normal multi-step equations. I still want to undo the order of operations. Some of these are really straightforward. For example, number one, D equals RT. I want to solve for T. So T is right here. The only operation that's happening to T is multiplication by R. So if I want to undo that, okay, so R is multiplied by T. I'm going to undo with division. So divide them both sides by R. And that's it. So my new equation is going to be D over R equals T. So one big difference between what we're doing today and what we've done before the goal was finding the solution, finding an actual number that the equation will equal to once we plug everything else in. Now we're not. Now we're just getting a new equation. Okay, so I start with one version, D equals RT, and now I have this second version, D over R equals T. And that's the goal today. We are just going to keep trying to solve for a certain variable. So for number two, solve for B. B is by itself right here. We're adding by B. So the only thing I need to do is subtract mx to both sides. Okay, I don't want to divide by m. If I said I want to solve for something different, maybe I did, but not right now. All I'm going to do is y minus mx equals b. Number three, y equals 2x. I'm going to solve for x. This one's going to take 2 steps to it. Okay, because if I look at it, again, the order right there is that x is being multiplied by 2, and then it's subtracted by 5. So I want to do the solving here. I'm going to start off by undoing the subtraction there. So that's gone. So we're going to end up with y plus 5 equals to 2x. From there, I can now undo my multiplication. So you remember that, that's going to be done with division. And I'm just going to do it to both sides. Now I can write this as, I'll keep the order, y over 2. Oh, sorry. Y plus 5 over 2 is equal to x. Another option is, because I'm dealing with fractions, is instead of multiplying just the whole side by 2, I could actually multiply every term by 2. So I could do this. I could split this up as y over 2 plus 5 over 2 is equal to x. Either answer is acceptable. It's fine. Okay, over here for B, I'm actually going to treat this as a 2-step process. My 2 steps are going to be multiplying by 1/2 and h. Okay, so it doesn't really matter which one I get rid of first, but I'm going to start with h. So I divide both sides by h. That will cancel that out. So that's equal to 1/2 b. To get rid of the 1/2, I'm going to multiply by its reciprocal. Okay, and I'm going to clean up the left side a little bit. So that's going to actually be 2 times a over h equal to b. All right, three problems. Last 3 problems here. We're going to solve for g. G, if you notice, is going to first be added by f, and then it's going to be divided by 3. So that means my first thing I want to get rid of is that dividing by 3 step. So I'm going to multiply both sides by 3. So that will cancel out on that side. So that f plus g is equal to 5 times 13, which is going to give me 15. And if I want to get g by itself, that means the next step is to subtract f to both sides. So g is equal to 15 minus f. Number 6, solve for x. Another 2-step process here. Step 1 is being multiplied by 3. Step 2 is added by 2y. So when I get x by itself, I'm going to start by subtracting the 2y over. Whoops, made that an x by accident. We'll fix that. There we go. Okay, so I'm going to start with that. So that 3x equals 4 minus 2y. And then I can divide by 3. So that x is equal to 4 minus 2y over 3. Or I could separate into two fractions and I can make it x equals 4/3 minus 2y over 3. Okay, last one is going to work just like this number 4 here. I'm going to treat it like there's just really just one step. It's multiplied by p and r. If I want to get t by itself, then that means I can divide out p and r. I can just do this as this one step like this. Okay, it's all multiplication, and then with division, I can just kind of cancel out by doing divided by PR here. So I'm going to do it to both sides. So I get I over PR equals T. Okay, so that's it for this lesson. Okay, real quick recap, literal equations. They're equations with more than one variable. When we talk about solving the literal equations, we are not going to be getting an answer. Instead, we're going to be getting new equations. So in all 7 of these examples, I never once got an answer for the variable. I never got b equals 5. I got a new equation that b equals, okay? So that's the goal here, is to try to get it into a new equation instead of trying to find a number as your answer. Okay, that is it for today. So take care, have fun, see you later.